You got up from the couch. Your dog got up too. You walked down the hall. Your dog walked down the hall. You went into the bathroom and closed the door. And then it started, the scratching, the whining, the shadow visible under the door, the nose pressing through the gap, the complete and total inability of your dog to accept that you are on the other side of that door and you are fine. Every person who has ever owned a dog has lived this moment, and almost every one of them has laughed it off, called it clingy, called it weird, told the story at dinner parties as a charming quirk of dog ownership. But here's what nobody told you. What your dog is doing at that bathroom door is not a quirk. It is not clinginess. It is not separation anxiety in the clinical sense. It is something ancient and specific, and deeply tied to how much your dog loves you. And once you understand what is actually happening on the other side of that door, you will never find it annoying again. Stay until the end, because the last reason your dog does this is the one that will genuinely stop you in your tracks. From your perspective, you went to the bathroom. Simple, temporary, completely safe. From your dog's perspective, something entirely different happened. You were there, visible, present, real, and then you walked through a barrier and vanished. Not outside where they could track your scent moving away from the house. Not into another room where the sound of you continued normally. Into a sealed space where your sounds are muffled. Your scent is changed by the environment, and the door between you is absolute. Dogs do not have the cognitive framework to tell themselves, they went to the bathroom, they will be back in 2 minutes. This is temporary and safe. That kind of abstract future thinking, the ability to project a known outcome onto an unfamiliar situation, is something the human brain does automatically, and the dog brain simply does not do in the same way. What your dog has instead is the present moment. And in the present moment, you are gone. The door is closed. You are not responding to them. And every instinct they have, built over thousands of years of living in groups where separation meant danger, is firing at once. The scratching at the door is not manipulation. The whining is not performance. It is your dog's nervous system responding to a perceived loss of their most important social bond, responding urgently, because in their world, urgency is the only appropriate response to that situation. You were not gone for 2 minutes. You were gone. And that is a completely different thing. Does your dog wait outside the bathroom door every single time? Comment below. How does yours react? Scratching, whining, or just a silent shadow under the door? I want to know. There is a concept in animal behavior called the social referencing point. Every social animal, wolves, primates, elephants, and dogs, orients their behavior and emotional state around the most important member of their social group. For a wild wolf, that is the pack leader. For a domestic dog, that is you. You are not just someone your dog lives with. You are the fixed point around which their entire world is organized. Their sense of safety, their emotional regulation, their understanding of whether a situation is dangerous or safe. All of it runs through you. They watch your reactions to decide how to feel about something new. They seek your location when they are uncertain. They return to you as their baseline, over and over throughout the day, to confirm that everything is still okay. This is why your dog follows you not just to the bathroom, but through the entire house. Every room you enter, they enter. Every time you stand up, they stand up. It is not because they are bored or because they have separation anxiety. It is because you are their orientation point, their compass, the thing their nervous system checks in with constantly to confirm. Yes, we are safe. Yes, the world is as it should be. Yes, everything is fine. When you disappear behind a closed door, their compass loses its north. And a dog without their orientation point is a dog whose nervous system cannot settle. Not because something is wrong, but because the thing that tells them nothing is wrong is temporarily unavailable. Your dog is not following you to the bathroom because of something quirky about your particular dog. They are following you because of something ancient and universal about all dogs. In wolf packs, the social structure from which domestic dogs evolved, members of the pack do not separate voluntarily during active hours unless hunting requires it. They move together, rest together, and maintain constant awareness of each other's location. A pack member who wanders off alone is a pack member who is vulnerable to predators, to getting lost, to the 1,000 dangers that exist outside the safety of the group. This instinct did not disappear when dogs became domestic. It was redirected. The pack became the human household. The pack members became the human family. And you, their primary attachment figure, became the pack member they are least willing to lose track of. When your dog follows you to the bathroom, they are not being clingy in a pathological sense. They are being a pack animal in the most fundamental sense, keeping track of the most important member of their group, refusing to let the group fragment without good reason, staying close because closeness is, in their deepest wiring, synonymous with safety. The bathroom door is just a door to you, to your dog. It is the thing standing between them and the member of their pack they cannot afford to lose. If this is completely changing how you see your dog following you around the house, hit the like button right now. It helps us reach more dog owners who want to understand what their dog has been trying to tell them all along. This is the dimension of this behavior that goes far beyond social bonding, and it is the one that has genuinely saved lives. Dogs have approximately 300 million olfactory receptors in their noses. Humans have around 6 million. This is not a small difference. It represents a fundamentally different sensory experience of the world. Your dog lives in a universe of smell that you cannot access or even fully imagine. And what they can smell includes changes in your body chemistry that precede medical events, drops in blood sugar, hormonal shifts, the specific compounds released when a seizure is beginning, the chemical signature of certain cancers, and the subtle but real changes in scent that accompany fainting, extreme stress, or physical distress. There are documented cases of dogs pawing urgently at bathroom doors because their owner had fainted inside, or was having a diabetic episode, or had fallen. Dogs who would not stop alerting until someone opened the door and found a person who needed help. These dogs were not trained medical alert dogs. They were family pets who followed their person to the bathroom because they always did. And on one particular day, that habit became something else entirely. Your dog following you to the bathroom is, at its most fundamental level, a health monitoring behavior. They are checking on you in the only room of the house where you regularly disappear alone, where help cannot reach you if something goes wrong, and where their presence, if you allowed it, would mean you were never truly alone. While you are in the bathroom, your dog is not simply waiting. They are working. They are processing every sound that comes through the door, every movement you make, every change in the sound of the water, every pause that lasts a second longer than expected. They are reading the scent coming from under the door continuously. They are monitoring for any deviation from normal, any sound that does not fit the expected pattern, any change in the chemical information drifting out from the space where you are. And they are holding their position, not wandering away to check on something else, not going back to their bed, not getting distracted by a noise outside the window. They are stationed, deliberately, consistently, at the point closest to you. When you open that door, what looks like an overexcited greeting is actually something more specific. It is relief. Your dog confirms with their eyes and their nose in the first 2 seconds that you are the same as when you left. Same scent, same movement, same you. And then the greeting happens. Because you came back. Because the separation is over. Because their nervous system can finally release the alert it has been holding since the door closed. That reunion, every single time, for a trip to the bathroom, that is not drama. That is love that does not know how to be casual about losing you, even for a moment. Everything we have talked about, the following, the waiting, the door vigil, the reunion, all of it is normal. All of it is healthy. All of it is your dog being exactly who they are built to be. So when it stops, pay attention. A dog who suddenly stops following you, who stays behind when they always came with you, who no longer appears at the bathroom door, who lets you move through the house without tracking your location, is telling you something with their absence as clearly as they ever told you anything with their presence. Sometimes the reason is physical. Joint pain, muscle soreness, or the early stages of illness can make getting up and following uncomfortable enough that the dog chooses to stay put. If your older dog has recently stopped their bathroom vigil, a vet visit is worth considering before attributing it to them simply calming down with age. Sometimes it is emotional. A significant change in the household, a new pet, a new person, a shift in routine, can temporarily alter attachment behaviors while the dog recalibrates their sense of security. And sometimes it is a communication you need to receive. Your dog has spent their entire life following you to make sure you were okay. If they stop, ask yourself what changed. Because in the language of dogs, what is absent is sometimes louder than what is present. Has your dog ever stopped following you, and you later found out something was wrong? Or does yours follow you absolutely everywhere without exception? Tell me in the comments. Your experience might help someone else recognize the same thing in their dog. Your dog has followed you to the bathroom every single day, through every mood, every morning, every ordinary, unremarkable moment of your shared life. They did it because you are their pack, their compass, their safe place, the fixed point around which their entire world turns. They did it because they could not do it, because something in them moves toward you the moment you move away, because the distance between you is something their body refuses to accept as normal. You thought they were following you to the bathroom. They were just following you, like they always have, like they always will. The door was never the point. You were. If this changed how you see that little shadow under your bathroom door, subscribe to the Dog Mind. Every week, we decode a behavior your dog has been showing you for years that you never fully understood. Your dog has been speaking this whole time. Subscribe, and we will help you hear every word.